accept the fact that this city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportion. What he means is Old Testament. Yeah, they are real wrath of God type stuff. Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling. More use of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes. Dead rising from the grave. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. That's hysteria.
Setting the standard and raising the bar. Yes, here on the only award-winning radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real award-winning media puppet from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam NewsMan, and this is SideShow Infotainment Season 7, Episode 9. And it has been quite a while since we have been here. People are probably looking and saying, hey, Sam, you, yeah, that's right. I look a little different. I went and finally got that felt job that I've been telling everyone about for a while. And, I'm still trying to get used to this. But it is... I'm telling you what, it is quite a nice new vibe, at least for me. While the old felt was getting a little bit, it was getting rusty. Can felt get rusty? I don't know. Hold on, wait a minute. And no, but somebody said in the chat, oh, I thought I tuned in a while ago and I thought you were signing off. No. So here is the time now. The time that we're doing this is at 11:05. And, like I said, it takes some getting used to with this new, with all of this new felt. And, but we'll eventually get a hold of all of it. People have been saying, well, Sam, your eyes look nice and brighter. And, they are. So I'm able to see things a little bit more clearly now due to the upgrades, if you will. But so here we are. And like I said, we do have a lot to get into. I got the professor coming here in just a few moments. But I'm wondering, now I see the professor in backstage. I was wondering if he gives me a nod. Are you going to put your amazing mask on again? Because I thought that was fantastic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are broadcasting live on WDCE.net, WDCE.org. That's a real radio microphone here right next to me. So we are on an FM signal, but we are also live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch. That's at Sam Newsman, all over social media, and being mirrored on Exertus's channel as well. Now, a couple of things here that I want to get into right out of the gate. It has been it's been a bit since we've been here, but thankfully, we do have the professor. Professor, are you there, sir?
I am, Sam.
All right. So what's really great is that we have the professor with an amazing luchador mask. Is that one of many masks that you have, Professor?
I have masks for days, Sam.
Mask for days, which is fantastic. So one of the things that we're doing differently is that now we have Sir Philosopher with mixtapes. What he is doing is he is playing some of these cartoon themes that we'll be going over. Now, I believe that you have the list in front of you, Professor. Do you not?
I do.
All right. So what I'd like for you to do is just go ahead. You can just kick it off. We are talking about cartoons that debuted this last week. And these are 80s and 90s cartoons. So the floor is yours, Professor, so you can go ahead and take it away.
Well, actually, most network shows tended to make their debut like the second weekend of September.
So we have, well, but there was a few this week though, right? So I guess next week we'll have a little bit more of a fuller list, but we do have some though this week, right?
Yes, we do.
All right. And what do we have?
Well, so we got New Adventures of He-Man.
Are these different than the
That
old?
made its debut. Well, he's more anime inspired. It was actually most of the animation was done in France. So that made its debut September 1st, 1990.
Okay.
And ended December 7th, 1990. Only ran for 65 episodes.
Okay, right on. But now
it wasn't a bad show.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I said go ahead. It wasn't.
Well, it wasn't a bad show, but see, I think that's the problem. It came out in 1990. I mean, He-Man officially only ended about 1988.
So they were a little behind the curve on this one, right? That's what you're saying?
Well, if they had just waited, I think if they had done it, say 1995, 1996, I think it would have. I think it might have had a better impact.
Okay. But you said so it had nothing to do with Filmation. Yeah. Filmation had already closed it at this point, right?
Yeah, at that point, they had tried to move into feature films, and they kind of lost.
They lost. Womp womp. Well, we have the New Adventures.
Well, they did Pinocchio. Well, they did a Pinocchio film, and Disney sued them, and it's like they won, but it cost them so much money that no, not quite.
Yeah, didn't work out as planned. Well, what else do we have here on the document?
No. Well, we got the Extreme Ghostbusters that debuted September 1st, 1997. And went off December 8th, 1997. That only ran for 40 episodes.
What makes these Ghostbusters extreme?
It was 1997, Sam. Everything was extreme, even our soda.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Now, is it the same Ghostbusters that we always knew? Egon and Peter and Winston and Ray? Or
the official... Well, it's more like Ghostbusters: The Next Generation. They had Egon and Janine, but everyone else was gone. They had them replaced with, well, frankly, outside of the Golf Kylie, the characters were pretty well bland and interchangeable with the original.
Wait, but I thought they're supposed to be extreme. You mean they're not extreme?
No, well, I mean... not unless you think not really. No, I mean, like that one guy, he's clearly supposed to be Peter, but it's like, oh yeah, he's vaguely Latino.
Oh well,
okay. And then one guy, oh, he's clearly supposed to be Ray, but he's in a wheelchair. And then you got one guy voiced by Carlton, and wow, he made Carlton look like Run DMC.
Oh man. So,
I mean, it's like, I mean, you could at least give him, I mean, have him do something, for God's sakes.
Well, that's why. So I guess the extreme was just in name only, not necessarily that they were.
Pretty much. The toys were pretty crummy, and honestly, it was also, they were both this and New He-Man were both syndicated. So, I mean, maybe you saw it and maybe you didn't.
Well. So we have, and so now those are two properties that were popular in the 80s, and then out of nowhere they tried, I guess, to get a little bit more, squeeze a little bit more juice out of them, if you will. But
yeah, like New Adventures of He-Man, that like I said, that definitely had some anime influence. I mean, speed lines and the it was way better than Filmation. I mean, characters actually moved, which was nice, but it just, yeah, I suppose that's the problem. The characters were a little too bland, and they gave Skeletor eyeballs, which just looked weird.
Skeletor had eyeballs. Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, there was a couple of other cartoons that did come out that first week. A couple of really well-known ones. Then we talked about Extreme Ghostbusters and the New Adventures of He-Man, but there's some really popular ones, some by Disney that were debuted. What are those?
Well, let's see. Well, we got Goof Troop.
Oh,
Now, here's the thing. Technically, it made its debut April 20th, 1992.
okay. But
Yeah, it was a special preview on the Disney Channel.
oh,
But September 5th, 1992, it made its debut in syndication for the first season, and it later moved to ABC for the second season.
okay. Now, when we're talking about
Yeah, 78 episodes.
78 episodes, we're talking about Goof Troop, and now I guess I remember it from the whole Disney Afternoon thing. So I guess eventually it moved back.
It did move to Saturday mornings on ABC, yes.
Okay. But there was also another couple of shows. Well, one of them very interesting, having to do with hockey. What was that? I mean, am I not mistaken? A hockey? What?
Well, yeah, Disney, they were really pushing the term Mighty Ducks.
So they did a Mighty Ducks.
Well, yeah, first there was a movie with Emilio Estevez, and it was one of those typical, a grouch has to learn to be a better person, underdogs believe in themselves. So the cartoon, of course, has ducks, and they play hockey, and they fight crime.
Fighting crime, hockey, ducks.
Because that's a natural progression.
Right.
Yes.
Well, they should have just called it that instead of Mighty Ducks. I'm thinking about, like you said, the movies with kids and grumpy old Estevez, but
I know. I mean, I remember watching the previews when they first came out. It's like, where's Emilio Estevez?
not in cartoon form.
It's like, man, if you can't afford him, I mean, if you can't afford him, man, you got problems.
Right. No, indeed. So how long did this show go on?
That one, September 6th, 1996 to January 17th, 1997. 26 episodes.
So it didn't last that long, I'm guessing. So
no, it did not.
They were like, no, this isn't working.
And and the show was just so basic. I mean, it's like, okay, evil overlords attack. The ducks end up on Earth. And for some reason, this does not cause people to freak out. But it's like, oh, yeah, we're fighting crime. It's like, why? And it's like, oh, yeah, the whole planet's obsessed with hockey. Because when you think hockey, you think ducks. I mean, right. I think penguins. I think, like, Arctic. You don't think ducks and heavy snow.
No, not at all.
I mean, polar bears, maybe.
That's right.
Seals I could get, but I mean, penguins, sure, but why ducks? Why a duck?
Right. Cato's here in the chat. You can join us in the chat. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. Cato is saying Mighty Ducks tune was as related to the movie as Tailspin was to the Jungle Book. So that's about right.
Well, no, I mean, at least the characters looked the same. I mean,
that's true.
Like, where's Emilio Estevez and all this?
That's it. Yeah, where are you, Emilio? But okay, so then we have one more Disney, and then we'll close it out, of course, with probably what we would consider one of the greatest cartoons of all time. But we do have one more Disney one. This one also involves a duck. What is this one?
Darkwing Duck.
Now, Darkwing Duck. And now that what is that all about, real quickly? And how many episodes? And when did it debut?
Well, it made its syndicated debut September 6, 1991, and it debuted on ABC Saturday morning, September 14th, 1991. In syndication, it ended May 20th, 1992. And on ABC, they ended it December 12th, 1992. 91 episodes, so decent run. Basically, Darkwing Duck, he's a superhero pretty much set in the same world as DuckTales. His sidekick is Launchpad McQuack. And Darkwing, it's like kind of a failure hero. It's like he wants to be this grim, avenger of the night, and he's not very good at it. He's kind of a little egotistical. The villains are kind of silly, but yeah, they work.
And you said this one lasted how many episodes?
91.
91. And so you said it kind of was set in the same universe as DuckTales, and he was fighting crime, fighting villains, which we can just say is a nice segue to what could be considered one of the best cartoons ever created, which debuted during this last week I'm not exactly sure what the year was, but it's a very popular one, Professor, so go ahead and take it away.
Batman, the animated series, that made its debut on Fox September 5th, 1992. So it was coming in right as Darkwing was going out.
Right.
And it ran till September 15th, 1995. 85 episodes. They would later change it to the new Batman and Robin adventures. A new Batman adventures, excuse me. They did change it to the Adventures of Batman and Robin later on to coincide with the movie. But like I said, ran on Fox. And honestly, I mean, this set the standard and raised the bar for I would say not only Western animation but generally superhero shows in general. I mean, they took it serious. There was comedy, but it wasn't goofy. At least not overtly so. I mean, they took the old Looney Tunes approach. It's like, well, what do we want to see? What entertains us? And it just worked.
Now, it also won an Emmy, I believe, too, right? It was very popular.
I believe it did. Yes.
Right. So I mean,
award-winning show. That's not bad.
No, not at all. And most people to this day, they look at Batman the Animated Series, and that is pretty much the creme de la creme of Batmans. I mean, it ends up beating out most of the movies in terms of Batman fans and just everybody in general. There's just nothing but
and the voice act.
Yeah, the voice acting. What about the voice acting?
Sorry, we've gone black.
Are you still there?
Sorkin. Yes, hello, Adrian Barbeau.
There you go. All right. You were cutting out there for just a moment. Well, are you still there, Professor? It's cutting in and out. What's going on? There's a Lord Blanket disruption? There it is. Are you there, Professor? Are you there?
Yes, I need to adjust the rabbit ears on my mask. I think it's interfering with the signal.
That's okay. Well, I can hear you clear now. You're talking about the voice acting. We just got about a minute left, but close it out. What are you talking about, the voice acting, real quickly?
The voice acting, I mean, they approached it like it was a real movie. I mean, they these guys were not just phoning it in. They really, I mean, I can't say enough about it. It was just top-notch work. I mean, Kevin Conroy is Batman.
Right.
As far as quite a few 90s kids are concerned, I mean, he set the stand.
No, he did. And recently passed away not too long ago. Rest in peace. But
Yeah, same with Richard Mall and Arlene Sorkin,
right. So
and actually Michael and Sarah, who play.
mm-hmm. Well, there goes again. Looks like that you shorted out. Lord Blanket, daggone it, Lord Blanket. All these Lord Blanket disruptions here with Dave, the professor. So, well, Dave, listen, I tell you what. I guess you're back now. You there? You back? Looks like you're back.
Oh yes,
So,
yes.
all right. Well, Professor, listen, I want to say first, the mask looks amazing. I'm looking forward to the
Well,
mask
thank you.
for days. And next week, we do got a couple of more premieres, maybe some more popular ones that people will be excited to see. But we will chat with you next week, sir. And once again, thanks so much always for being part of the show.
Well, thanks for having me, Sam.
Right on. That is the professor, Professor Deep Cut Dave, joining us. And so, yeah, well, here we are. It is 11:30 here on the 6th day of September? Yeah, September. Well, we were gone a month or so, but it felt like forever. But Lone Dragon down there in the chat was saying, "Hey, Sam looks different. Something looks off." Well, no, I'm on. My eyes now can blink. For a long time, they were just kind of stagnant. And I did get a felt job. The felt is a little bit tighter now around the edges. The old felt was just kind of falling apart. And but now we are, like I said, it will take some getting used to as we continue to move forward. But yeah, so that was the professor. It is here Saturday morning. I would be remiss if I didn't get into any type of news. And of course, one of the things that we do have here is the Richmond Times-Dispatch. We got the newspaper here, the newspaper of record here in Richmond, Virginia. And the story that stuck out to me was this one about no debates, because one of the things that I always hear about are about debates. We got to let the people know what's going on. And we have this Ghazala Hashmi, who is a Democrat running for the lieutenant governor. And she has an opponent named John Reed. Well, we're familiar with old John. And I'll tell you that John has said, hey, I wanted to have a bunch of debates with you. She doesn't. And I guess we're just kind of wondering what exactly what's going to happen. So, Lone Dragon, that's so funny. We do have everyone in chat. Shout out to people in the chat: Cato, Mike, Frank, Lone Dragon, a couple other people. Big M is there as well. Just Jacob, Make America Green Again. Me with a smiley face. Crypto Alchemist. So a lot of people there in chat. Thank you guys for joining and being a part of the show. It's at Sam Newsman all over social media. That's at Sam Newsman all over social media is where you're going to find us. We're also mirroring this on Exertus's channel as well. So before we kind of close things out, I know, like I said, the show will be a little bit shorter here now because of everything. Tip of the cap, Mary Murr, always first as usual. But one of the things that is very interesting is that Mythoclast is here as well. So I'm just sitting there going through people. Don't want to miss anybody in chat. We have about 40 people watching all over the social media channels. And of course, we are broadcasting on WDCE, which is the radio feed for the show. Now, one of the things that I did want to mention is that on the 25th of September, one of the things that we will find out then is where we placed for the best of Richmond. Yes, that's right. the Best of Richmond, competition brought to you by the Richmond Times-Dispatch. We'll be able to find out exactly where we placed. So just stay tuned with us and all of that. We'll be very excited to kind of go over that with you here in a few weeks. Want to thank everyone, of course, for voting for that. That was very, very helpful. And we're excited to see exactly where we're going to end up. So let me see here. Yeah, it's just, well, like I said, it's a little bit, the felt needs to be, what? Yeah, no, there's some stretchiness that needs to happen over time. I guess you break it in over time. Yeah, the stretchy and the breaking inness. Is that a word? Breaking inness. I'm not sure, but here we are. So Lone Dragon said, how'd that go? You end up being dead last? Well, we hope not. We hope not. That would be very, very upsetting if that is the case, if we were. But so, well, listen, I tell you what, do we have much of anything else other than, well, there was something about, there was some kind of, hold on, let me see here. Let's see. Oh, don't want to break everything. Let's see here. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, gotcha. Here it is. This says, please read on air. So I'm going to do that. Get ready for the collab of the century. Are you talented? Do you know anyone who is talented? Come to NASA and WDCE's open mic night. It is. It's in the current. It's in the current. It's in the current. It's in the current? Well, it's September 13th at 7:30. Check the NASA Instagram for more info and a portal to sign up to perform. Okay. That's at Maudlin Massas on Instagram. See you there. That's from the executive team here at WDCE. Now, I want to make sure that everyone is following us on social media. That's at Sam Newsman all over social media. So he says, oil them eyeballs. What do you mean oil the eyeballs? Well, he says, I can hear you blink. Well, good. I hope you can hear me blink, because it's really nice that I'm able to blink finally and look at the camera and just blink. If it's upsetting your eardrums, well, you know what? You can always just mute me altogether and go listen to something else, I guess. No, but I understand. Listen, it is very interesting. Like I said, all of this new technology that we have here. Like I said, the new felt here on the face, the eyeballs that are blinking all at the same time. But it has been quite a journey. And like I said, the journey is going to be, it's painful to you, not me. No, it's not painful to me. No, listen, I'm glad that I can finally blink. It's been a long time coming for me being able to do this. And I feel like I can see a lot better. I'm just getting used to, of course, the camera angles and where we are, but it is like I said, it's a one show at a time, ladies and gentlemen, one show at a time. And next week we'll be back, of course, at 11 o'clock. Want to give a shout out to Sir Philosopher and Mixtapes. One of the things that we're doing now is that Mixtapes is doing the show where they play the cartoon themes that me and the professor will be talking about during his segment of the show. And so that's one of the interesting things, kind of a show collab, I guess, between Mixtapes that you can start listening to at 9 o'clock on Saturday mornings. And then some of those cartoon themes that you hear, me and the professor will be going over them as soon as the show starts here. Now, it is 11:40 here on the 6th day of September in the year 2025. And so we are just kind of closing out the show, maybe a little bit early. There is a show that does come on after us, so we want to make sure that we're not in their way. But in the meantime, what that does, it gives us a few moments to play some songs. Citizen Germ will be coming on here in just a few moments. Make sure you're listening to us. Download the Live 365 app. Search WDCE. When you search WDCE, you'll be able to see and listen to us through that app. You can also go to WDCE.org or WDCE.net. When you go to those websites, you'll be able to listen to the live stream of the show as well. Now, some of these segments are radio only. When we start off at 10:55, that's radio only. And then there's the 10:55 radio only. And then once I get out of here, it's radio only as well. Shout out to Devoid of Logic, says fantastic show. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Please hit that like button, says Crypto Alchemist. And yes, we want that to be the case too. And of course, well, one of the things that we will do, like I said, we're going to be going over to radio only here in just a moment. But we will end, as we always do, with a little jingle. And if you guys know it, you can sing along with me. Oh, that Game of Thrones is what they play. A house of cards just day by day. Voters losing every way. It's just like I always say. Oh, it's SideShow, Infotainment, politicians and news anchors, and talking points that make my eardrums bleed. The most trusted puppet in media is me. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam, Newsman.